Good morning, my dear students. And the last discussion is a waves chapter. So this is third lecture on waves. Let us discuss about what are group velocity and phase velocity, and let us deduce the relation between the two. That will complete this chapter. So phase velocity, we can understand what is phase velocity from the progressive wave equation which we have discussed in the earlier classes. So y is equal to a sin omega t minus kx, where a is amplitude, omega is angular frequency, and k is propagation constant. You know that omega is 2 pi by capital T, which is equal to 2 pi f, is the angular frequency of the wave. If you take out omega as common factor, you will get a sin omega into t minus x into k by omega. But k by omega is 1 over v. Therefore, we get a sin omega into t minus x by v, where k is the wave number or propagation constant. The term omega t minus kx gives a phase of the particle, and it will be same for all uniphase points in a periodic wave. That means for all the points which are in same phase, vibrating in same phase, this term is constant. So therefore, differentiating this d by dt with respect to time, omega t minus kx, you know that differentiation of constant is 0, equated to 0. Therefore, omega minus k into dx by dt. If you differentiate this, omega into 1 is omega minus k into dx by dt equals 0. So take omega and k to the other side, you will get dx by dt is equal to omega by k. Let us call this as equation 2. So here dx by dt is called phase velocity. The velocity with which such a point would propagate is known as phase velocity. That means velocity with which the phase of the wave travel along the x direction with respect to time. We call it as phase velocity. It is denoted by dx by dt and is known as phase velocity. Therefore, phase velocity, let us write it as Vp. It is equal to omega by k. Next, let us understand what is group velocity. A medium in which phase velocity is frequency dependent. It depends on the frequency. Is known as dispersive medium. Now let us come to group velocity. The velocity with which the resultant envelope of the group of waves traveling is called group velocity and is equal to the particle velocity. Look at this figure. Particle velocity is different from phase velocity. This is superposition of a number of waves. It gives rise to standing wave, and this is the envelope. The envelope frequency is omega plus delta omega by 2, and its oscillation frequency is omega minus delta omega by 2. So to understand this diagram, go through this explanation. Consider a group of progressive waves with angular frequencies in the range omega and omega plus delta omega, and wave vectors in the range k and k plus delta k superimposed on one another. The resultant wave pattern consists of points of maximum amplitude and points of minimum amplitude. The resultant wave pattern is known as modulated wave. So therefore, from the figure, it is clear that the velocity of the envelope, the speed at which the envelope travels with respect to time, we call it as group velocity. So from the above figure, you can understand, let us consider two plane progressive wave of same amplitude A but slightly different wavelengths traveling simultaneously in the positive x direction in a dispersive medium. Remember, standing waves are created when identical waves travel in the opposite direction. But here we are considering two progressive waves traveling in the same direction but with slightly different wavelengths. The first wave, let us write it as y1 is equal to a sin omega t minus kx, that is equation 1. Second wave is a sin, so in place of omega write omega plus delta omega. In place of k you write k plus delta k. So equation 1 represents first wave, equation 2 represents second wave, where y1 and y2 are the instantaneous displacements. Omega and omega plus delta omega are the angular velocities. K and k plus delta k are wave numbers, and x is the common displacement at the instant of time t. The superposition of two waves gives the resultant displacement, that is, from the principle of superposition of waves, we can write y is equal to y1 plus y2, substitute for y1 and y2 from equations 1 and 2. So y1 is a sin omega t minus kx plus y2 is a sin omega plus delta omega into t minus k plus delta k into x. So here A is amplitude of the two identical progressive waves traveling in the same direction. Y, after simplification, y is equal to 2a. This is of the form sin c plus sin d. After expansion, you will get this equation 3. Sin c plus sin d is, this is a resultant. You try to simplify this. Sin c plus sin d is 2 cos c minus d by 2 into sin c plus d by 2. After expansion, you will get this. Y is equal to 2a cos delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k by 2 into x into sin 2 omega plus delta omega by 2 into t minus 2k plus delta k by 2 into x. So here the first term, 2a cos delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k by 2 into x into sin omega t minus kx. This term gives you the this is, since delta omega and delta k are small compared with omega and k respectively, 2 omega plus delta omega we can write it as 2 omega, and 2k plus delta k we can write it as 2k. Then equation 3 becomes y is equal to 2a cos delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k by 2 into x into sin omega t minus kx. This whole term becomes sin omega t minus kx. Now from this equation 4, this term 2a cos delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k by 2 into x gives the amplitude of the resultant wave. So this analytical expression for the group of waves, that is wave packets formed by two waves. The above equation is of the form y is equal to a sin omega t minus kx. Hence the amplitude of the resultant wave is given by, this term is amplitude, 2a cos delta omega by 2 into t minus delta k by 2 into x. So equation 5 gives the resultant amplitude of the resultant wave. The sign factor represents a carrier wave which travels with phase velocity Vp is equal to omega by k. At x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0, the maximum amplitude is given by R maximum is 2a, that is from equation 5. Group velocity is given by Vg is equal to limit as delta k tends to 0, delta omega by 2 divided by delta k by 2, that is limit delta k tends to 0, delta omega by delta k is equal to d omega by dk. Therefore, group velocity is d omega by dk. This term is called group velocity. So just remember the definition and expression. The group velocity is the velocity of the maximum amplitude of the group, and therefore it is a velocity at which energy is transported. And lastly, relation between group velocity Vg and phase velocity Vp. A dispersive medium means a medium in which waves at different wavelengths or frequencies travel with different speeds. The phenomenon is known as dispersion. So different waves with different wavelengths or frequency, they can travel with different speed in the medium. Such a thing we call it as dispersion, and the medium we call it as dispersive medium. The relation between angular frequency omega and wave number k is called dispersion relation. Now consider a non-relativistic particle of mass m having Vp and Vg as phase velocity and group velocity respectively. If lambda is de Broglie wavelength and f is the frequency of the wave, then we can write phase velocity Vp as omega by k, that is from previous discussion. Group velocity Vg is d omega by dk, where omega is angular frequency of the wave and k is wave factor. From equation 1, we can write omega as Vp into k and substitute in the next equation. Vg is d by dk into omega is Vp into k. So by product rule, differentiate, we get Vg is equal to first function is Vp into derivative of k with respect to k is 1, that is Vp into 1 is Vp, plus second function k into derivative of the first is dVp by dk. So this will be equal to Vp plus k into dVp by d lambda into d lambda by dk. We can write this term dVp by dk as dVp by d lambda into d lambda by dk. That is equation 3. Next, let us substitute for lambda. We know that k is 2 pi by lambda. Therefore, lambda is 2 pi by k. Differentiating with respect to k, d lambda by dk is d by dk of 2 pi by k, which is equal to minus 2 pi by k square. So differentiation of 1 by k is minus 1 by k square. This is equation 4. Now equation 3 becomes, let us substitute for d lambda by dk in equation 3. We get Vg equals Vp plus k into Vp by dVp by d lambda into d lambda by dk is minus 2 pi by k square. So after simplifying, we get Vg is equal to Vp minus lambda into dVp by d lambda. We know that Vg is d omega by dk, which is d by dk into kvp. So Vg is equal to Vp plus k into dVp by dk. So this is a relation between phase velocity and group velocity. So just go through the derivation up to this equation 6. Vg is group velocity, Vp is phase velocity. So this completes the waves chapter. Relation between group velocity and particle velocity. If you are interested, you can go through this. Vg equals v particle. That is, group velocity itself is equal to particle velocity. It is not there in the syllabus. You can remember even that. Hence, group velocity is same as particle velocity. So this completes the content of the chapter waves. In the next class, let me work out few problems on waves as well as moment of inertia. So I will take one more class, one more session only on numerical problems. So I will explain the solution for each problem and let us work out some problems from both the chapters, moment of inertia and waves. Thank you all.